What's up, guys? Welcome to Crit Keepers. Today we're starting session 3 of our Dawnshire campaign, Divine Dawn. Last week we had the characters. They finally made it through the kind of temple cave kind of area. They got some information from a character named Philodin. They have started calling him Phil. He decided that he and Makarov would be best friends. Anyways, they got out, and now they are they're really in the environment. It is very dangerous out, as they know from falling through some ice into a cold lake. And two of our characters almost drowned, but they survived. However, now they are in the frigid cold, trying to huddle up in a ditch that they dug into the snow so that they can get some rest.
Wait.
It's not very easy. What?
We're in that tent.
No, yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
I was just bringing everybody up to speed.
Oh, okay.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Vinbin turned into a wolf.
I did.
And started doing some sniffing with his nose.
Yep.
He then went, they found their way to what seems to be a abandoned kind of little campsite, large campsite of maybe some tribal people, and they have found refuge in one of the larger tents. So I will go ahead and make sure that is pulled back up now.
You want me to go ahead and flip to roll 20?
Yeah.
All right.
So, you are all three in the tent currently. Y'all are out of the wind, which is a godsend right now. Y'all are hurting pretty good. I believe Vinbin and Aine, y'all had a level of exhaustion, I believe, because you couldn't sleep. I think it was you two, correct?
Makarov had the level of exhaustion. Vinbin slept like a baby.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I slept pretty good.
He's like, I'm freezing, but I love it. Okay, okay, yeah, thank you for the reminder. So it is, I'm sure Makarov don't appreciate it, but I do, thank you. So y'all are a first level of exhaustion other than Vinbin. So, with that being said, what are you doing now? You are currently in this large tent.
Okay. Real quick, if you could remind me, I have 11 temporary hit points. How did I get that?
I don't know.
Unless that's your wolf form.
Oh, yep, that was my wolf form. Thank you for reminding me. That's where I put it. Oh, because
Ashleigh's over today.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, because I technically still am a wolf right now. Because like we literally got in that tent, and I was still transformed. Okay.
All right. Cool. So, you guys are still cold. I mean, it's only a tent, but the biggest thing is it's protecting you from the wind. So, that is one of the most important things right now, because it just seems like the wind is literally attacking you guys since y'all been in this storm. So, being out of it is so wonderful.
Oh, this tent. Is there any kind of opening at the top, the way it's built, to allow smoke out? Because some structures are built to hold a small fire inside, or is it just best to build a fire outside the tent?
This is a older tent. But what it is it's big enough to hold a fire. There is no hole, but you would imagine that through kind of the front, um, the smoke can kind of get out, and y'all can would be able to breathe if y'all can get a fire going. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right. That being said, I would go ahead and try to like start a fire then, and go ahead and eat a day's ration to kind of get settled back down after having to deal with all that and saving them two from drowning.
Thank you, by the way.
Greatly appreciated.
Yeah, makes sense.
So, do I need to roll survival for using the tinderbox?
I just need you. Okay, while he's away, go ahead. What do y'all need to do anything while he's kind of making a fire? So basically, you see Makarov. I believe I told you last session. I'm not sure, but if I didn't, I'm telling you now. There was already some fuel, as far as like wood to prepare a fire already in the corner of this this tent. So y'all feel pretty confident. The wood looks pretty dry, so y'all feel like y'all can get a good fire. So y'all kind of see Makarov over at the side, kind of fiddling, trying to get a fire prepared.
What time of day is it?
It's pretty early. No, it would probably be actually. Well, yeah, because y'all did try to sleep, and y'all were trying to get out in the morning. So yeah, it's probably around 10. You'd imagine.
Okay, so we're in daylight, or as much daylight as the weather will allow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to think of how much time has passed since I wild shaped. Because I can only stay in this form for like so many hours.
Yeah, if it's like animorphs, you'll just turn into a wolf and you can never change back.
Yeah. Because I can.
And
I know.
You can willingly warp out of.
Yeah. I just want to use my wolf form as much as possible, because I can stay warmer that way. Because I got fur. So I know I can stay for 2 hours a shift.
Yeah. It's probably only been 15 minutes.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
If that's the case, I'm gonna kind of poke my head out to sniff some more, see if I smell anything that might be of use.
Okay. You nothing really.
Nothing.
As soon as, however, as you stick your head out of the doorway, all of a sudden, just you're bombarded with wind, just catching you in the face, and it kind of shocks you, and you pull your head back, and as you do, there's nothing. There's no wind. There's no wind hitting the doorway. It just seems calm outside. You can't see outside, but just from the noise, the wind isn't hitting the doorway. It's not like, flapping and all that stuff. It doesn't seem chaotic or crazy. It seems pretty normal.
Now, can we hear the wind start to whip about when he sticks his head out and then calm down? Okay. So we're aware of this.
Of course, I can't let them. I can't say anything to them, because I'd just be like, "Roar."
Yeah. nice wolf.
Yeah.
Like every time he opens the tent, basically, like the storm picks back up, and when he closes it, it's calm.
Yes.
Me being from this, like snowy tundra type area, would I know anything about that? No.
I mean, I will.
Because I have an idea of what it could be, but I don't know if my character would know what it'll be.
I'll be honest. I don't think, as the DM, I don't feel like any of your characters would maybe have an idea of what's going on.
Okay.
But I will allow you guys to roll to maybe try to catch something in the back of your minds. So if y'all want to roll me, let's say an intelligence, maybe y'all saw something in a book before, anything like that, I will give y'all that opportunity, of course.
Yeah, that
I know
You mean
nothing.
like a saving throw?
Vinbin fumble.
you can't fumble.
He's like,
Oh
"Man,
yeah, I can't
Lord."
fumble. Let me do that again.
Oh,
Ah.
you can.
Do we
Oh,
just do
man.
a saving throw?
Yeah.
No, it don't have to be a saving throw.
Okay.
You can just hit the
Plain
investigation.
intelligence. Oh, investigation. Okay.
Man, y'all rolled pretty good, but sorry guys, not what I'm looking for.
Nat 20, huh?
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's pretty obscure, and it's not just like, it's not something that just happens like all the time. So it would really had to been some digging just to recall that little bit of information. But as of right now, y'all do feel a lot better. Makarov, roll me that survival.
All right.
Just don't burn the tent down.
Don't burn the tent down.
Got a 10.
Okay, that's all you need. Like I said, this wood is pretty dry. It's a good fuel source, and you got a good bit of it right now in the tent. So you kind of set it up in a decent way. Probably a higher roll would have made it to where the fuel would last a little longer, but you did roll decent. So, yeah, so you get a little fire going. So y'all are warming up.
I want to cook my troll meat. Not troll meat, my yeti meat.
Okay, yeah, of course. So, is there any certain way you want to do it? You just want to take it and put it on the wood, or skewer it with little?
I'll just throw it onto the wood and fry it up and eat it, and that'll be my day's rations.
Okay.
It's
smelling pretty good too, because y'all are like, well, I think Makarov, he said he ate something, but just the smell of fresh cooked meat, not like a dried jerky. Of course, dried jerky is always good, but like this fresh meat, it's savory,
and it's driving Wolf Vinbin crazy.
I'm gonna take a strip of the meat once it's done and toss it to Vinbin.
Okay.
Cool. So he just like jumps up and catches it, just starts tearing into it.
Yeah.
And even though Makarov ate, I'm gonna pass him a strip of meat too, because everybody likes a good bite of steak every now and again, even if it is a Yeti steak.
For sharing that meat, I'll go ahead and give all of you an inspiration point.
I've already got one.
Well, you don't get another one. Sorry, buddy. He's like, I get nothing. Basically, this is the first time the party's felt pretty good in a while. So having this moment to kind of sit back and you're not being attacked by the elements feels pretty good. So y'all feel a little inspired right now. Maybe y'all can survive this.
Now, would this count as a short rest?
Yeah. I would give it a short rest.
I'm gonna expend one of my hit dice then.
Okay.
And try to pull myself back up to some full health. All right,
Of course.
Yeah, I was actually going to set out a bedroll and take a short rest that way, but I guess since you're letting us have this as a
3 more points. All right.
No, you can absolutely lay out a bedroll if you want to take a short rest.
Yeah.
That's perfectly
I have
fine.
that exhaustion on me, and I'm trying to rest from all that.
Okay.
So
same.
While they're resting, I'm going to while I'm still a wolf here, I'm gonna get out of the tent and I'm gonna take off to this. It looks like an igloo.
Click it again.
This guy.
Okay. Yeah. Basically, it's like an igloo. Yeah.
All right, and I'm just gonna, sniff around, look around.
Okay. As you, of course, as soon as you walk out of the tent, you're bombarded by the elements. You walk into this little structure, and you can tell no one's been here for a while. There's some what seems to be like a hay type substance, kind of laid out on the ground sparsely. It seems like someone had tried to make up a bed there before. You notice old kind of footprints and things like that, but other than that, there's nothing in there.
Okay. I will pop out of that one and take off to look at whatever this is.
Okay, that's basically that's just like a little tent. It's held up by two kind of thicker branches, kind of held up. You can tell probably it's where like a little type of
Is it like a lean-to?
kind of, yeah. Okay. And of course, the back side is like a of this leather is it's bear fur.
Okay. I wonder, could I grab the fur with my teeth and kind of yank this down and drag it into the tent that everyone's staying in? Maybe to use it as another layer of warmth.
You can sure try. Give me athletics.
All right. I think I have to use the wolf's athletics real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, so my strength is +1. So let's roll a d20.
Rolling.
Good.
An 18.
Okay. So yeah. You kind of grab it, and it takes a few tugs, but you do get it pulled down.
Nice. All right, I will drag that back to the tent.
Okay. It's pretty large too, so you could probably get a good idea that this might have even been a dire bear.
Ooh.
Pretty large.
And I'll just drop that off and take off running to this tiny little tent.
Okay. Before I tell you what that is, Anya, is your character meditating currently, or?
Yes.
Okay, just trying to get some rest. Okay. So as you get there, there is like, it's not as much a tent. As you get toward it, you do notice like these tusks that kind of hold up this like leather material, and it's got like a just a small entrance. And as you kind of look in there, you kind of get this scent of wheat and barley and stuff like that, and you can kind of get an idea that this might have been where some of the grains and stuff like that went.
Okay. But nothing inside there.
No.
All right. I will take off to this other igloo.
Okay. You find a whole bunch of nothing.
Sweet. All
What a
right.
treasure.
Off to
That's the next one. Okay. As you get in that one, there is a bedroll
Oh. Well, I don't think we need another bedroll, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it looks pretty old, musty. I mean, you can take it, but...
Yeah. I'll leave that there.
Makes sense.
And I'll just move on to this. There's another tent. A bigger tent.
Yeah, this is a bigger tent. You kind of walk in, and it seems to be pretty nice from the inside. There's like little like markings on the walls. It seems like kind of finger painted and stuff like that, depicting different images and animals and stuff like that. So you feel like this was more of a important person who stayed in this tent. Give me a passive perception.
Okay. Passive perception.
What is your passive perception?
That's a good question.
Don't
Passive.
really-
Okay, here it is. Passive perception is a 16.
Okay, good. You notice over near the corner, there's actually, it seems like the ground looks a little lumpier than all the other bit of the ground that's kind of more flattened to the earth.
Okay.
It feels more worn, as this little area, it's probably about 1.5 feet, maybe 2 foot wide, and maybe it looks pretty decent size, and it's just kind of lumpy, and it feels looser to you.
Now, the drawings on the wall, because I know Druidic, would that make any sense to me? Is it Druidic?
No.
Okay.
So it's just markings.
Okay.
Yeah. So just normal, maybe tribal markings and things like that.
Okay. I will go over to that lump and kind of take my paw and kind of pat at it.
Okay. So the ground's, it's pretty frozen. So you're patting at it doesn't quite do it. So you kind of put a little elbow grease behind it,
Yeah.
or wolf elbow
Wolf elbows.
grease. I don't know what that is. Anyways, I don't know animal anatomy. And you start to kind of get some of this dirt up before you hit something.
Mm-hmm.
It is what seems to be the top of a small chest.
Oh. I'll just keep digging
Okay.
around it.
So you kind of get around it, and you do realize that it is a small chest.
Hmm. Is it small enough to fit in my mouth?
No.
No. So I would have to get out of wild shape to drag it out or open it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I will leave that right there for the moment. Or can I drag it with? Can I drag it? Or is it too big?
Yeah. Well, no, I don't even think you could probably, because it is a smaller chest, but it's still, like about 2 foot. Yeah, I don't think you could probably pull it out. There's nothing to really grab.
Okay.
It looks pretty solid.
Okay, so no handles hanging from the side.
No.
Okay. Well, I'll just leave that there momentarily and take off to the very last igloo. See if I see anything in there.
Okay. You go in there, and there's just like most of the other ones. It just looks like someone lived there, and then they got the crap out.
Okay. So I'm going to run back to the tent with everyone in it, which I'm assuming everyone's still asleep because it hasn't been that long. And let's see. I will out of wild shape. And I guess I will. Well, no, if they're resting. Wait, are you kind of like awake, Jason?
No, I'm asleep.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So
He's
you're out.
Yeah.
Trying to get rid of that exhaustion.
Okay, got you. All right, so I'll just unwild shape and just chill out and keep guard.
Here's a
Okay.
question about your wild shape, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
When you wild shape and you come back too, do you still have your clothes on, or like how is that working? Because I think it's just at the player's whim.
My clothes are still on when I
Okay.
come out of wild shape. It's just
Just
when.
making sure the audio wasn't just gonna like wake up and see
Oh,
something
no.
she didn't need.
No.
Little Vinbin
Oh.
butt. All right.
So how long has it been since we've been asleep?
He kind of did a little investigating. It hasn't been too long, but I think he said he's just going to keep watch.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead and give you about 4 hours.
Cool. Because
So,
that's all I need is an elf with meditation in it.
Yeah.
Am I
Yeah.
right? Okay.
And I'll kind of give. I'll say that Makarov also is. He'll be feeling decent as well. He won't be quite as rested as he needs to be, but it'll be enough to knock off the exhaustion for now.
All right.
So-
A short rest. That's what I was gonna do. Because
Yeah.
I needed some HP back, so I'm going to roll one of my.
Could
Hit
just use a good
dice.
berry.
I could, but I want to save them. Save those
Makes
spell
sense.
slots. What's that?
Makes sense.
D-
Y'all are gonna need it.
Cool. I got 8. Oh, cool. I'm back up to full health.
So, Vinbin, you realize it's been a good bit of time. You kind of walk over and wake the party up. You've kept the fire going, and it's nice and toasty. Y'all are actually pretty warm in this tent. To be just a normal tent, they knew what they were doing when they made it, and you're feeling pretty good.
Hey guys, how are you doing?
Good.
All
Did you
right.
find anything out there?
Why, yes, I did. You'll have to follow me.
I'll follow you.
Also,
I'll-
kind of pointing out that I dragged in that giant dire bear fur. I think it might be a good idea if we all huddle together under this so we don't freeze.
Currently
does it?
or later?
Right now. Well, when we head outside.
Oh. All right.
All right, so as y'all walk out, you're just pelted by the environment. It's very hostile. It feels hostile. But y'all do get to the other kind of tent, the larger tent, and you look in the ground, and sure enough, there's a chest.
Okay. Anya's not an idiot, and she, having grown up on the seas, knows what chests can also be, I'm sure. So she's gonna take her dagger and she's gonna stab it first.
Okay. So she
On the inside.
y'all just see Anya flip out one of her daggers real quick, and she slings it into the chest as you hear this loud kind of icy thud, and you do know that it is a normal chest.
Why did you
Stop
throw
running me like,
a dagger
"Sight."
at it?
What do
Anger
you want?
issues much?
Listen, there are mimics in this world, and some of them look like this. Would you rather be safe and have me hit a chest with a dagger and then find out that it's perfectly okay, or just go in all willy-nilly and then get your arm bit off?
Oh, I'd like
That's what I
to
thought.
keep my arms. I've only got 2.
Astute observation.
My character just rolls his eyes and walks and opens the chest.
I love him. Okay, I'm sorry. So good. All right. So you pull the chest out and you open it. So in this chest, you're finding a lot of little trinkets. You find some goblets. You find some silver cups. Just different little trinkets that you would guess would probably add up to somewhere around 75 gold. So it's just little trinkets. You feel like it doesn't really go with the ones that made this. So you have it in the back of your head. This was probably a barbaric tribe that took it by force from others. And you also you see in there a little piece of parchment.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and open that up.
As you open it, there's only a couple small words. In the middle. That's it.
In the middle.
I'm gonna, because Anya would act brashly in this, she's gonna leave the warmth of the bear skin and she's gonna run out of the tent and into the center of the camp, which is these 3 tusk-looking things, correct?
Yep.
I'm gonna run to that and investigate it.
Okay. So roll me an investigation.
Will do. And I do have advantage.
Okay.
So I'm going to head out.
Anya, wait, you'll freeze.
I did not do well.
You rolled a 1 and a 2.
I did. I don't know
Wow.
how that happened.
That's wild.
Roll 20.
All right, of course, coming out here after reading the note, I would assume I would roll an investigation to.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
What are you guys looking for?
17.
Okay.
It's in the middle.
Now, Anya, what probably happened was because of the wind, maybe it just hit you in the eyes, whatever it was, you couldn't focus. Maybe it was just the snow getting blown into your face.
Go with that.
But Makarov, you do notice that the ground seems different in the middle between these 2 tusks.
I'm gonna get back under the bear skin, by the way.
Like soft ground, like.
I wouldn't say soft, but it looks not as worn, not as walked on.
Okay. Like, from the setup of these, does it look like this is like an altar of some type?
No. It just looks like, like a marker.
I will investigate it.
Okay.
We did?
What defines sense? Do I sense any evil or anything coming from?
Oop, that's a
No.
reroll.
Okay.
You do not.
Well, Aaron?
19.
Wait, why did you roll twice?
Because,
Oh, you fumbled.
yeah.
But wouldn't that take your advantage
Yeah,
roll?
you would just use your second roll. on that.
Oh
one.
yeah, it would just use the second roll. So we'll use the 12 because that'll actually do it. This ground looks strikingly like the ground from the large tent. It doesn't look loose, but it just looks like different from the ground around it. It's not as walked on or treaded on. It's not going to be soft or loose because, for one, this is a frozen tundra.
Right.
But you do feel like, just from how the other bit of ground looked that hid the chest, you feel like it's a good chance there's something under this as well.
I keep using my daggers for everything. I'm gonna whip out one of my daggers and try to pierce the ground with it and move some of the dirt.
All right. Yeah, it does. It does go through. Not as probably far if it was normal dirt, but it does go through. About, I'll say, maybe 3.5 inches into the ground. You don't feel anything.
Right. I will wild shape into God, what was it, a badger? Yeah, so I can burrow.
Those things can dig through anything.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay.
And I will start digging through.
Okay. So you begin digging, and this one, you get about 1.5 feet in, and it is deeper than the other, but sure enough, you hit something.
Oh.
It's a chest.
Nice.
A much larger chest.
Oh.
Alright.
So
I assume with Anya's anger, she probably stabbed the chest too, right?
Oh, definitely. I'm gonna stab the chest. I'm angry that I wasn't able to detect anything.
Yeah. Stupid snow! Stupid environment! All right. So you do stab it, and there's just that soft wood thud. And, so y'all know it's not a mimic.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and open that and see what that entails.
Okay, as you pull this chest out, it's much larger. In fact, if you want to try to pull this out yourself, you'll have to roll a strength. If you have, okay. So both of you together, kind of pick this up. It is quite a chest. Do you open it up?
Well, before, is there anything I can tell, like maybe trap or magical trap about it?
I mean,
Would that be investigation or arcana or something like that?
You can roll me a investigation.
Okay. I had a feeling.
Ooh, okay.
30-20.
You feel pretty safe.
I'm
gonna
gonna
take a 5 foot back.
I'm
Okay.
also gonna step back.
But why? Y'all feel pretty safe.
We feel safe. We don't know if we're safe.
I wonder about you. 'Cause sometimes you're like, it has to be nat 20 to get this. All right. Gonna open it up.
Okay. As you open it, I need you to look inside because there's stuff in there. In this very large chest, you find a +1 great axe.
Holy crap.
Like,
Now
30. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask, the great axe, that's the 1d12, like the two-handed giant axe, right? Or is that the okay? So the big one.
Yeah. 30 gold pieces,
Ooh.
15 silver pieces. You find 13 golden teeth. Each one you would guess could equivalent to a gold piece. So 13 extra gold there if you sold the teeth.
You said 13 gold teeth?
Yes, teeth.
Anya's gonna see this and go, murder. There's a murder.
5 gems.
Ooh.
A small ornate mirror. And a bronze lantern.
Nice.
And a longbow with 3 arrows.
Ooh.
All right. I am going to go ahead and give them both 5 silver and 10 gold from what I found.
Okay.
Of course, I'm going to tell them what else I found. I'm just going to kind of hold it in my bag until we can get somewhere where we can sell it. What was that last item after bronze lantern?
The longbow with 3 arrows.
Longbow.
Anything special about those 3 arrows?
Roll to investigate. I'm a roll. I got advantage. Hopefully it won't be a fumble again. That's good. 22.
17's not bad.
Nice. Okay. So what you know is these are arrows.
Wow. Look at this. It's an arrow.
Yeah.
Vinbin, could you use a bow like this?
It's his height.
Well.
That's just me out of character.
No, you're right. Yeah.
It's twice his height. I don't know if he can do that.
What kind of bow was it?
A longbow.
Oh, I don't think so. Considering it's twice it's longer than I am tall.
It's twice his height.
Anya, would you use this?
I'm not proficient in it, so probably not.
I'll just hold it to sell for later.
Although we could shoot Vinbin from the longbow.
Perfect.
Just
hold my feet, pull them back.
Hold yourself in a plank. I'll run back and shoot.
Perfect.
I mean, I could always wild shape into a tiny spider or something and just ride the arrow.
That's true. Oh gosh. Okay. So yeah. What y'all doing now? The chest is now empty. Did you divvy up the teeth?
I was gonna hold on to them until we get to a town. Like the cups and trinkets, I'm gonna hold on to those also.
I've already been pegged for murder once. I'm not gonna be pegged for murder again. Keep those.
Okay.
All right, I guess we.
Wait, I want to look inside the chest. Even though it's empty, I want to see if there's any like markings or anything, or any other scraps of paper with any indication of anything.
There is nothing else.
Nothing? Okay.
Once y'all got everything out of there, there is nothing else. Y'all get a pretty good idea that, like I said, this was a raiding village, and most likely there was a party of adventurers that was killed, and all their goods and belongings and stuff like that was taken.
Cool.
Now, do we get a sense like we're being watched or anything? Because it just seems odd that a village would just up and vanish.
Roll me an insight.
Sure.
Out of character, I definitely feel like we're being watched by something very big.
I also have advantage on insight.
So a nat 20.
Yeah.
You do not feel like you're being watched.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, I guess I'm gonna go back into the tent where we set up camp.
Okay. Nice and warm.
To kind of get warmed up, gather myself a little bit more before because I know we rested. We're probably gonna have to start adventuring south again.
You guys rested. I have not.
Sure. We can stay up and let you rest. Now, did you say you divvied anything up, Jason?
Yeah, I gave y'all both 5 silver and 10 gold apiece.
Oh, thank you.
All right. So while y'all are doing that, y'all are, it's about, I'm going to say, 2 o'clock. Maybe somewhere around 2:33, and y'all will begin this trek to try to get out of this deathly cold. So you all begin walking and going. Your clothes are dried. They got dried from the fire and everything, so y'all are feeling pretty decent.
Real quick, sorry, Makarov, did you cook your Yeti meat?
No, I did not.
Okay. Sorry,
yeah, in this environment, it will stay a little longer, because it is so cold. But it will eventually rot if it is not cooked eventually. So. Okay.
Now, was that just another short rest we took?
It was just one short rest.
Okay.
So y'all kind of got that one short rest, got kind of relaxed enough, slept, then did a little investigative work, and then left.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So you guys are kind of going through this, and yet again, just the feeling of just like utter aggravation at this weather. Just the wind hitting you and whipping at you. Your skin's already dry and cracked from the wind. Your skin feels sore because of like it's wind chapped, and it's just not very fun. Not a fun environment. And y'all probably walk about 2 hours or so when you notice something up ahead through the snow, and it's kind of these you notice these black rocks kind of sticking up out of the snow about 50 yards or so away. You can't make out a lot of detail because of the snow, the storm, but yeah, it's about 50 yards.
All right. Guess we start going towards that because that would kind of give us a landmarker, so we can kind of.
I'm gonna do it sneakily because I don't trust.
Okay, roll me a stealth.
I'd say with the weather, we wouldn't have to stealth as much because the sound of the wind and all that would kind of.
Okay, cool. You feel stealthy.
Right.
All right. So you guys begin walking toward these rocks. As you get closer, you realize that they are 6 just jagged rocks, kind of in a circle, just kind of pointed up. It's just this dark black stone, and in the middle, it is a little raised up on what seems to be normal stone, and right in the middle is just this beautiful slick, almost like obsidian or volcanic glass. It just kind of sticks up about 3 foot, and it's beautiful. But the issue is the closer you get to this place, the more and more of this feeling of just dread you get. It does not feel like a good place. It feels wrong in a bunch of ways. Very uncomfortable.
Divine sense, I would actually pick up on that a little stronger.
Yeah. You know this is not a good place.
Okay.
Some bad things have happened here. And it's just it's very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable place. Woody?
Oh wait, well this is actually for beings.
Oh, for people.
Yeah, never mind. I've been using that wrong.
It happens.
Could have sworn that's how it used to work.
We know now.
I was like, it's like he has like this super sixth sense of everything.
Is it good? Yeah. Okay.
How evil is this?
But now we know. Now we know.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of like let them know we need to avoid this area and just keep going south.
I'm gonna skirt as far around it as I can.
Okay. Vinbin?
I don't like that smile. What are you doing?
What about you?
Wait, are you on my back?
No.
You're about to be.
Have to grab them again like the cave.
Just, I just get close enough to it to just peer at it.
I look at you toddling up there, and I look over at Makarov, and I just tell Makarov, get him.
So you just kind of run over there?
Well, not run.
Toddle like a child.
Yeah.
You are child size, I'm just saying.
Okay. So, you do get over there, and there is this feeling of dread. But as you get closer, just the stone in the center is just something like you've never seen before. It almost feels like it has a pulse of its own. Just a cursed heartbeat almost is how it feels. Like there's just like a pulsing as you step into this area, almost like there's something that is alive, but you can't put your finger on it. It's not bestial. It's not flesh and blood, but it feels alive. There is just this heartbeat about this place that makes you feel uncomfortable.
Now, I will say, with Divine Sense, I can pick up Celestial, Fiend, Undead within 60-foot range. So would I know what type of fiend this is? Or
it's not a fiend. It's not a person.
So I'm not even picking up Celestial or anything like that?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I draw my scimitar, and I walk up to the altar and just tap whatever that is with my sword, just to see if there's any reaction.
Yeah, as you touch the blade, it's almost like this light vibration that you feel going through the cold steel into your hand, up your arm, and into your chest.
I'm gonna yell up there, what are you doing?
I'm poking at this thing with my sword. It's giving me weird vibes.
Vinbin, get out of there and let's go.
I know he's small, but is he supposed to also be a toddler? I'm just curious. I've never seen a halfling act so ignorant.
Okay, so I'm going to walk back a few feet, and then I'm gonna go Sacred Flame onto the altar.
Okay, so you Sacred Flame, and the flame just kind of hits it, and nothing happens.
Okay.
Vinbin, it's enough playing with this thing. Let's go.
What if we rolled knowledge religion? Would we know?
You can sure try.
Okay. I mean, I'm not proficient or anything, but it's not gonna stop me anyway.
I am proficient in that.
I too am.
But it's still, nope, the 12, because I still have advantage on. No, it's not investigation. Never mind, I don't. It's a nat 1.
I'm going to do a religion
That's a lot.
check. And I'm also going to cast guidance on myself to give me an extra d4 on that check as well. So 15. 19.
Okay. So if you got... Okay, Vinbin, you're the only one that got this. You got an 18, correct? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Vinbin. From some of your knowledge, you do know that this is a ancient place. This is a altar that it was set up by one of the elder gods.
Oh.
So one of the ancient gods that were slain in the during the time frame of the Great God War. And you can't quite pinpoint the name of the god, but you do know this place was made for worship toward this very chaotic, evil god.
Now, with Sacred Flame, that was radiant damage. Would that have done anything to it because it was radiant?
It did nothing.
Okay.
It's not a living being, is it?
Nope.
No.
So are you gonna tell us what you learned? Or what you remember?
Yeah. This seems to be an old shrine to a very chaotic, evil god.
Well, then we need to leave it alone and continue south.
It's a shrine. Does that mean... were sacrifices performed here?
You could imagine that it's yeah.
I wonder how it would react to blood. I don't think I want to find out. I just...
Why are y'all
curious.
even messing with this thing?
I'm not messing with it on my back here. I'm just curious.
We need to go and get out of this weather.
Been back in the bear skin huddle.
Okay.
1 second.
So Vinbin,
Uh-oh.
as you what? As you go to leave, you kind of turn your back to the stone, and you hear.
I hear what? Ooh. I freeze and just look around. Like what the?
What are you doing?
Guy, did you guys not hear that?
Hear what?
See,
Come
now
on.
you've touched the cursed altar, and now you're hearing things.
Right, this dark entity's making you delusional. Come on, let's go.
And I take off, running towards Anya.
Roll me a
Oh God.
roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh, wisdom. I have bunches of that.
Good.
Don't fumble.
Doesn't seem likely.
Wisdom saving.
Be
throw.
wizened, Vinbin. Oy.
Could have been better.
You right.
Let me see here. you run out of the circle.
Oh, thank God.
You got it right on the money. So.
Perfect.
Just wizened enough.
Yeah. So I'm guessing y'all decide to leave this place.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Like I said,
Yeah.
many times.
Yes, of course. Okay. So you guys take off, and you are traveling a little while when you kind of come up over this hill, and you notice something below. If you will look at your screens here. Let me.
Oh.
Oh. Don't like that.
Oh gosh.
So you guys are kind of up on top of this hill, and y'all can see where it kind of goes down. And you see this man strapped to this altar, and you see several cultists kind of surrounding him. With the one closest to you on the one side, I guess you would say on the from how we're looking. Yeah, him. Oh yeah, you can ping it. Yeah, I forgot about that. Very smart. Good job. He is holding what seems to be a dagger in one hand.
Oh.
All right. So knowledge religion on the cultists to see, like, because I'm sure they're all wearing the same type of outfits, just to see if this is like a. Of course, it does seem like a bad ritual, but
It could
see
have
if
been
I
a
can
good
get insight on
ritual.
who they are.
What about your divine sense? They are
Oh, yeah.
people.
I mean, I could use divine sense to see if they're celestials or fiends or undead.
So does it just tell us if they are celestial?
Yeah.
Fiend or undead?
Here
They're.
it is. I would know the location of a celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet.
Oh
And
yeah.
you know the type of any being whose presence is
Yeah,
in.
and I know what type of celestial fiend or undead it is.
Yep. Nope. Nothing.
Okay.
Anything else?
What do? We gotta stop this.
With the wind going, it's pretty loud. You can't really hear what they're saying. You have a pretty good idea of what's going on as these people are kind of passing around this chalice and taking drinks.
Now, can we tell if the guy strapped to the table's still alive?
Roll me a perception.
Real quick, Jason, make sure you keep a tally of your divine sense because you can use this feature only a number of times. It's like 1 plus your charisma mod.
Oh.
Yeah.
He is alive.
Okay.
Oh.
So I can
God.
use it 4 times, so I guess
That's probably like what? We'll say.
I mean, he wasn't able to use it at the altar because it wasn't a person.
Yeah.
So we'll say the
we'll-
once.
Yeah,
today?
we'll say that you've only really actually used it once.
right.
Guys, that man down there is still alive. Gotta save him. I don't even know if he's good or bad, but I don't like those other people with their masks and their creepy little auras.
Do
I will
you-
say my character is very like not sure what to do in this situation, giving his past.
Valid.
Do you guys want to take them on?
I want to.
You now see the one with the dagger.
Yep, I'm
Like
gonna
the
pull out
chap-
my bow and I'm gonna shoot that guy.
As she's firing the arrow,
Good.
I'm going to cast Entangled,
Mhm.
and hopefully, let's see, because that is a 20-foot square.
I did not hit that guy.
Is that would it get all of them? Is that a 20-foot square?
Oh yeah. You can take it as the grid's a little different, but so basically each the tokens are actually sitting like larges.
Okay.
So they're taking up 4 blocks. So it's just each 4 blocks. So it'd be like that there. I just wanted to move him real quick to show y'all.
Okay.
So so yeah, 20 foot would be is it like it's a radius, correct?
Yeah, it's a 20-foot square on a point within range.
Yeah, so
I mean, like, I would center it on the guy on the table.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then it would reach out and try to wrap around all these cultist guys.
Yeah.
And now all of them have to make a strength save when I cast it. And if they fail, they are restrained.
Okay.
And also the area is difficult terrain.
Right. Okay. So
each one's got to make a 14.
14.
I missed.
Yes, you did.
But it probably distracted them.
It absolutely did.
Yeah. Makarov, are you moving at the same time as the other two of us?
Yes. How are y'all going about this? Y'all just going straight
I just
up
loosed an arrow. Yeah, like I just
Okay.
I just loosed an arrow from where I stood because I've got good range.
Okay, so the one with the dagger that put the chalice down, he is subdued.
All right.
What did it have to be?
A 14.
A 14. Okay. The one at the bottom, he's good. There we go. Oh, the one beside him's good. The one kind of on the shoulder there, he's subdued. Oh, and he is also subdued. So the only ones that are not are the two on the bottom right here.
Cool. Now, when it is their turn, I think it says they can try to make a strength check on their turn, every turn, to see if they can break free.
Okay.
Jason, what are you doing if we're all acting at the same time?
Alright, I am going to actually cast Eldritch Blast on the closest, this one right here.
Okay.
Right, does a 13 hit him?
Which one?
The closest one to us.
I think that was the one that was holding the chalice.
Yeah, the dagger and the chalice.
Yes. You'll just have to give me 1 second. So 2. Okay.
2 damage. Darn.
Ooh. That's how we start this thing.
Yeah. Everyone roll me initiative.
Oh, boy. I wonder if this is one fight we should have avoided.
Maybe. But what fun would that have been?
Exactly. I mean, what's a D&D without some character deaths, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I personally have never died before. It would be fun to find out what it's like. And cry at my own funeral.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and Anya, it's your turn.
All right. I'm gonna hop forward just a smidgen bit here. Toward the, like right here at the edge of the first little hill cliff. And I'm gonna loose another arrow because I would like to be able to keep my distance in hopes of maybe surviving just a little bit longer.
Makes sense.
And that would be a 21 to hit.
A 21 absolutely hits.
Now, with them being restrained, would that give her advantage on the shot?
I mean, it would, but she doesn't need it.
I'm just saying to get sneak attack damage.
Oh,
Because if I have advantage, I would have sneak attack added.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would actually imagine that she would have advantage if she's shooting at the ones that are.
Yeah, I'm shooting at the chalice guy.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Aaron,
You're
for
welcome.
pointing that out.
Yeah, that's
And
why.
questioning everything.
That's why I really wanted to cast Entangled, not only to keep them guys at bay, but try to get you some extra damage.
Much obliged. So 16 damage in all.
Oof. Okay. Good. Gracious. You hit him in the throat.
Aw, poor thing.
Blood just begins spraying all over the altar and all over the snow, and he is panicking greatly. You can see pure fear in his expression, his body language.
Nice.
I was going to say his eyes, but you can't see his eyes because of a big freaky mask. So, yeah. All right. So next up, it's actually going to be that cultist, and he is going to take 6 points of damage because he's bleeding out. Okay, well, it's 1, but that's all you needed. You just see this blood gushing from his throat, just spraying everywhere as he can't do anything. And you just see his body kind of go limp as it's wrapped around these vines and entangled.
I want to just yell out and be real spiteful. You okay? You look a little... Need a napkin?
And he is red X'd. Okay.
Nice.
That's a good start.
That is. That bow does some serious damage. Goodness gracious. Okay. So now it is this guy's turn. He is going to run up to you, Makarov. And he is going to attack. Well, I'll just tell you. Does a 20 hit you?
Barely.
Okay. So he's going to roll his damage here. And you will take 6 points of damage.
Dear God.
He pulls out this dagger and he just jabs it at you. You try to get away, but he just cuts right across your arm, a pretty deep cut.
Alright, with that, I'm going to use a reaction and cast Hellish Rebuke.
Okay.
Alright, so he's going to take 2d10 fire damage, but he has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Alright. Let me actually see if I can pull up his... Okay, yeah. Okay, I can. Cool. Dex saving throw?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Sorry.
It's against a 13, so I guess
He
did
does
not make that.
No. Nope. He did not.
Ooh.
He takes 14 damage.
Oh my gosh. Okay, you just see Makarov like just kind of point out his hand, and you just see this flame erupt from Makarov, and this cultist is not enjoying the show right now. He's hurting pretty good. Okay. So next up, he's burnt pretty good, just so you know.
Nice.
Good.
All right. So
I'm going to call him Freddy Krueger.
Okay. So the next cultist, he has to roll a strength saving throw.
Yes. He has to make a 14.
14. All right. He's gonna suck. Okay. So he does not get out of it. He is still restrained.
Nice.
So next up will be my other moving cultist. So he kind of runs over here. He stands over his dead buddy and grabs the knife. That will end his turn. Makarov.
Alright, so I am actually going to use my ice breath because both of these guys will be in range of it, and it will stop just before it hits the altar.
Okay.
Alright, so I guess they have to hit us.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Constitution saving throw 7.
Okay.
They have to make that. Or no, 8. They have to hit 8.
It's 2 of them, correct?
Yeah.
Wow.
Darn.
Both of them make it.
Alright. Well, they'll take half damage still.
Okay.
So, let's see. I guess 7 is what it actually rolled, so half of 7. How do you want to do that?
We'll just say 4.
Alright.
So, the one standing in front of you, he looks pretty rough. You could say he looks frostburned. Thank you. And the other one, you kind of catch him in the back. That's good. Good job, Justin. And anyways, so he takes some damage, but he does not even look back. He is situated with the knife.
Okay.
Golly.
I will kind of make a point to point him out to the other two so they can focus on him.
Okay.
If possible.
Okay. Vinbin.
Hang on, sorry, real quick. The first guy that I killed, he died at 17 points. Are they all at different HP? Are they all the same?
They're at different.
Okay,
HP.
I was just wondering because that guy's still kicking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, so it's my turn. So I'm going to. Let's see. Yeah, I should be in range, but I'll step up a little closer just to say.
Are you gonna do what I think you're gonna do?
What do you think I'm gonna do?
My favorite cleric move.
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
Something just a little bit more.
Not as cool.
Something a little bit more brain power.
Not as cool.
I'm going to cast Sanctuary on our good friend that's on the altar.
Okay.
Smart.
So,
See you.
if they want to attack him, they first must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw. If they fail, they either have to choose a different target or just waste their attack altogether.
Watch these cultists be the good guys. We're saving the baddie.
And that is only a bonus action, so I can cast a cantrip, which I will cast. Let's see, Sacred Flame on. Let's see, are they? Yeah, these guys are definitely within 30 feet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Sacred Flame the guy with the dagger. He must succeed a 14 dex save.
Hold on.
You meant 60 feet, right?
Yeah, 60 feet.
Oh.
Okay. Deck save?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can totally do that. Oh, I'm definitely going to make this because their dex is so good.
Oh no!
But he didn't have disadvantage.
So he, maybe it's because of the wind. It's kind of thrown off and you don't hit. But the Sanctuary, good job on that. If you didn't have an inspiration point, I'd give you an inspiration point. You got me there, good sir. Anyways, good job though. Okay. Next, cultist. He is going to attempt to get free. Come on now. There.
Nope.
Yep.
He's like, nah, I'm just gonna chill in these mines.
They're much warmer than the regular environment.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
What?
I needed to check something real quick.
Sure.
The sanctuary. No. Oh, thank God. I wanted to make sure it wasn't a concentration. Yeah. It is not a concentration spell. So I can hold sanctuary and the entangled at the same time.
Cool. Okay.
So as long as the guy that I have sanctuary casted on, as long as he doesn't do anything like to attack or whatever, it stays on him for a minute.
Okay. So yeah. And that will be his turn. So Anya, it's now your turn.
All right, I'm keeping my distance. I'm gonna shoot that short bow at Mr. Daggerman,
Okay.
and that didn't hit. So
It
moving
will
on.
not hit. Yeah, it kind of maybe the wind grabs it and you just see it kind of fork over to the side and hit the ground.
Okay.
So now it's my turn. So this guy is going to attempt to hit you, Makarov. Now that I actually have the thing pulled up, I can actually do the normal attack. Does a 14 hit?
Sir.
Well then. So he does not hit. He swings at you and does not hit. But he stands his ground. Next turn. So this cultist, he is going to attempt to get out of your sanctuary. So he has to roll a wisdom save.
Oh, you mean to attack the guy on the altar?
Yes.
Yes, he will have to make a wisdom save to attack the guy.
Because his wisdom. Spot on.
Nope.
He's real wise. A whole 6.
Yeah. So he does not attack. Darn it. All right. This other cultist is now going to attempt to get free again. Oh my goodness. They're just chilling in their viney sanctuary. Just kind of, chilling. He's kind of laid back with a mojito. Anyways, okay. Makarov, your turn.
I'm going to go ahead and use my blessed longsword
Mm-hmm.
and attempt to attack the guy in front of me.
Okay.
It will load.
Yeah, roll 20 seems to be a little slow today.
Sorry.
We'll use the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a 19 will hit. So
Nice.
roll damage. Yeah, I'm noticing that too. If like I go to hit something, I'll hit it once and then I'll wait a minute and it'll pop up.
Yeah, it's taking a second for me too. How about you, Aaron?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Could just be roll 20 today.
I clicked the damage thing twice and it still hasn't loaded, so
Yeah.
There it goes.
I guess it'll be the first one.
Yeah.
5.
Yes. So it will do 5 damage. And how do you want to do it?
Nice.
I'm just gonna come at him straight to the neck.
Okay. Are you jabbing or slicing?
Slicing.
Okay. So you see Makarov kind of take this sword and just swing it around, and he comes through clean, and you just see the guy stand there, as it's almost like one of those horror movies where they just kind of stand there a second before the blood just begins spraying everywhere, and his head kind of rolls back and rolls off, and his body
Nice.
drops to the ground. He has been red X'd.
Decaffeinated.
That's great. Alright, he is dead.
Now it's more of a
Alright.
fair fight too.
Considering the other two guys are restrained, so you really only
For
have...
now.
Yeah, for now.
For now. Alright. So, it is now Vinbin.
All right. I'm going to, let's see, gonna burn one of my second level spell slots and cast Guiding Bolt on the guy with the dagger. So,
Okay.
let's see. Clicky. Does a 16 hit him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that was with a second little spell slot. So I got to roll
Good
5d6s.
What? Good heavens. All right.
18.
Okay. So where do you want to hit this guy?
So he's got to jump and say baskets. And,
Griffin McElroy it.
yeah. I wanted to hit him right in the kidney.
Okay. So you kind of catch him in the kidney as you just see this bolt just strike him, and you just see his whole side kind of explode. Some of his entrails pour out.
Dear
As
God.
he kind of stumbles back, trying to catch his entrails. You just see from how cold it is and how hot inside his body is, just this steam kind of rolling out of his body as he stumbles back. His entrails drop to the ground, and he has been Red X.
Yeah.
His name is Tauntaun.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say he stumbled back. He was right there. Okay. So okay. I would imagine they're kind of worried now. I would at least hope. So let's see if they get out of their nice cushy lawn chairs here. Gosh. Nah, he's just gonna chill. He's just gonna chill there. Anya, it's your turn.
All right, and these have advantage, correct? Since they're
Yep,
restrained?
they're stuck.
Mhm. Yeah.
All right, short bow it is.
Stuck
All right,
like
that'll
Chuck.
be a 22.
That a hit.
All right, and plus that, so that's a full 6.
All right.
And
Which one
then
you
I
hitting?
roll. I'm gonna hit the one at the top, at the guy's head.
Okay.
And I'm also going to roll my sneak attack if I can figure out which page that's on. That's on the actual Roll20 page, not my character sheet. So
2d6.
13 damage.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
And I'm gonna just hang out now.
Okay.
See what everybody does.
Yeah. You strike him right in the chest, so he's hurting pretty good.
Right.
All right. This next cultist. Let's see how worried he is about this situation. Not worried. He's not worried at all. He's like, nah, this is cool. You know, these seem like nice guys. They're not brutally killing my companions. Nah, they're good. Yeah. So, Makarov, it's your turn.
I'm going to step up over here, and I'm going to go ahead and cast Toll the Dead on this one.
Good luck.
All right, he's going to make a 13 wisdom saving throw.
Well, you know with how high their wisdom is.
Oh, yeah.
Ah.
14!
Wow.
Oh,
Thank you.
dead never.
Jason, Call the Dead is cursed.
It never hits.
It is a cursed
Never.
spell.
It never really.
There's-
never lands.
It seems like such a cool
Oh, Peter
spell until every time you use it, it never hits.
See, that was going to be max damage too, if it would have.
Mm. Oh, it
Because it would have
would've.
been like a D12 or something.
Yeah.
You know
I
what?
got a 12.
You know what's funny is you don't hit, but it still shows you the damage, so it just taunts you too. Okay. Anyway,
Darn it.
all right. So you moved, didn't attack. It did not hit. Vinbin, it is now your turn.
Let's see here. Maybe I'll finally land this. I'm going to cast Sacred Flame on, not like it'll do any damage, but on the guy that he tried to toll the dead.
Okay.
So he's got to make a wisdom? No, a dex save.
Dexterity.
Yeah.
Dex save. Goodness, all these saves. Okay, dex save. 16.
Yeah, he definitely made it.
Yep.
Jeez. They're just chilling there.
Wait, hold on. He actually
Oh, it's
has
disadvantage.
disadvantage on dex saves. Because he's
Yeah,
restrained.
Yeah, absolutely.
So 13's too low.
Yep, so he takes 1 point of radiant damage.
Okay.
You start to smell burned hair. It just gets to the ends of his hair hanging out of his mask.
Yeah. Okay, so you hit him. It kind of just grazes his shoulder, and he just kind of looks over like, what the heck? All right.
But while it's still my turn, I'm going to say, maybe we should keep one of them alive to talk.
All right. So, next cultist, he is going to... Let's see what happens.
Nope.
No? Oh my
Gotta be
god.
14.
Good
Yep.
Lord. Why
Just
don't these...
barely-
How long does this stupid spell last?
It lasts
1
for, a minute?
So that's 10 rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shucks. Okay. Cool. Anya. Your
All
turn.
right. The one that Vinbin just singed, I'm just gonna point my bow and arrows at that one and shoot off. So I think nat 20 would hit,
Yeah.
Ooh.
which also means I do double damage,
So,
which means I do 4d6,
4d6s.
not 2d6, as Aaron explained earlier this week.
yeah.
So, that would be 16. Hold on, I know this is probably gonna kill him, but I just want to know how much we're gonna get at here.
All right.
Plus
Dear
14,
God.
so 30 damage.
Okay. So where are you shooting him?
I want to shoot him in the eyeball.
Just
Okay.
take his whole head
So-
off.
So, as you pull the bow back and you release the arrow, you catch him directly in the eye, and just from the force, as the power you felt as you pulled the bow back, as you let it go, just the power of this bow just kind of reverberates through your body as it hits the guy's eye and goes through the back of his head, and you just see the whole back of his head pop like a balloon. And
My
Favorite
God.
move when their heads explode.
yeah, and he has been red X'd. All right. So now he's just chilling in his lawn chair, dead. And it is time for the last cultist. Maybe he's concerned. Maybe he's not.
He's not.
Let's find out. Will it?
Oh,
He's
yeah.
concerned.
Okay.
He
He's finally concerned. And he is going to I'm going to Alright, come on, Justin. Let's make this work. He is going to
now remember, any movement, it's difficult terrain around.
Yep. Okay. He is going to attempt to jump over the altar to get to the knife on the other side, but it's just too difficult. So he is going to get a 5-foot movement as he goes to crawl over, and that
Crawling over the guy's face.
yeah, and that will be his turn. So, Makarov.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and move up here and use my longsword on him. Try to
Don't fumble.
Stumble. Oh yeah, that's true.
Darn.
Good.
I was hoping. Do the job for me. Okay.
All right, I do 8 damage.
All right. So you do strike him in the back as he goes, ah! You kind of hear him screech out, but he is still attempting to get over there. Probably thinking I probably should have just ran. Or been more concerned 5 turns ago. Anyways, Vinbin, it's your turn.
All right. Let's see. What can Vinbin do at this time? Sacred Flame it is.
Okay, so I'm guessing an 11 does not do anything.
It does not. So he takes a whole whopping 3 points of damage.
Oof! Wow.
Yeah.
That is harsh, and it makes me sad that you're doing that. But sometimes it has to.
So maybe his hair's also fried now.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Okay. So yeah, he's hurting a little bit, and now it is Anya. It's your turn again.
All right. Like always, tried and true, trusty short bow.
All right.
I'm guessing a 12 don't hit.
It does hit.
What? Okay.
And
So, I
hey,
guess we'll be doing...
you still get that sneak
Why did
attack damage because Makarov is right next to him.
Why did it add... Oh, it added as if it was the...
And
nat
don't
20.
you have advantage?
Yes, I do.
So isn't that a nat 20?
Wait,
Yeah.
how does she have advantage?
Well, no, I don't have advantage, but he's within 5 feet of the baddie, so I would
okay.
get my
Yeah.
sneak attack. So it's
Okay.
the... would you
Either
say
way,
it's an 8 or a 1?
He's dead.
Probably.
Either way.
Yeah. So, okay. How you want to do this?
Okay, I want to get him right in the jugular. I am fed up with these guys. I've had enough. I'm cold. I'm tired. And these guys just really ruin my day just by existing. And I want to just slice them right in the carotid.
Okay. So, you pull your bow back and you shoot as he's crawling over this guy. And you see, it's almost like a slow motion. You see the arrow just kind of spinning in the air as you see the edge of the broadhead just kind of catch his throat and go across as he kind of just quickly stands up, grabbing at his throat as blood just begins to spray through his fingers and he begins to panic. It begins pouring all over the guy on the altar, and you kind of see him turning his face as he kind of stumbles backwards, falls onto his back, and he has been red X'd.
Woohoo!
And they are all dead.
We did it. Even though Vinbin wanted to leave one alive. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that much
Oh,
damage.
that's okay.
We really didn't need to leave one alive.
We can always ask the guy on the table what's going on.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna go make sure this guy's okay, if he's conscious and all of that.
Maybe wipe off all the blood from the people that we murdered.
Okay. As you kind of walk up to him, Jason or Makarov, roll me a perception.
All right.
Ooh.
Oh, 21.
You notice his eyes are blacked over.
Oh.
And you kind of see him. He's just got this like strange little like twitchiness to him.
All right. So looking at him, is he human or like what am I seeing actually?
Yes, he's a human.
Okay.
His face looks just like that on the token.
Okay. Does he have any like wounds or anything like that I can physically see?
He looks pretty beat. Some cuts, some lacerations, bruises. But nothing mortal. No mortal wounds.
All right.
Just you know.
I guess I'll go ahead and use lay on hands on him, just to heal him up a little bit.
Okay.
All right. Let's see.
This guy is still restrained, correct?
Yes.
All right, I want to yell to Makarov, don't untie him.
All right. So it'll give him like 15 points of health back.
Okay.
So you just burned through all of your lay on hands.
Yeah, that's a once a day thing.
For now.
For now.
All right. What y'all doing now?
I'm going to put my bow back on my back where it belongs. And I'm going to come down here with everyone else and stand by the table and try to... I don't want to say interrogate, like I'm not going to be mean about it or anything, but kind of interrogate this guy, see if he's coherent and can give any answers.
Okay.
While she does that, I'm going to go to the guy that was kind of like the leader of them. I'm going to search him to see if I can find figure out if they had any information on them of what they were, stuff like that.
You don't, there's like no pockets really.
Okay.
You see the place for their daggers and the scimitar that he had, but you can't really catch anything. There's no symbols or sigils, nothing like that. You just know that it's like this. It's this brownish kind of cloak with like tints of like accents of like blue. But it's not really ringing any bells. You've never really seen anything like it before. Okay. And the mask is almost like the mask that you see on there.
Spiked, like silver, but spiked out.
Yeah. Anya, as you kind of talk to him and interrogate him, is there anything specific you want to say or talk?
I got a few questions. What are you doing here? Who are you?
You see him just kind of look your way with this kind of terrified kind of look, but he says nothing.
Can you nod your head?
Same thing. It's almost like he can hear you, but he can't understand what you're saying.
Like maybe he's possessed?
Maybe he doesn't understand common.
Possibly.
I'm gonna...
Sure.
What languages do I know? Hold on just one moment. I know Celestial, but that's not probably going to do anything because his eyes are blocked over. That's not typically something you find in celestial beings.
Yeah, he is.
I'm going to walk up to him and start speaking in Sylvan. And like, hey, can you understand me?
You see him just kind of look your way where you're speaking, and it's the same thing, just this kind of fearful, odd kind of look he has.
I'm going to try Celestial. I mean, maybe there's something in that language that whatever has come over him can pick up on.
Okay. As you speak in Celestial, it's the same thing. He just stares at you.
Makarov, do you know any other languages?
Draconic, but he is clearly not a dragon.
Well, I mean, he's clearly human, but doesn't understand common, so we could try anything at this point.
Guess I'll talk in Draconic.
Okay. As you do that, He looks your way as you speak to him and says nothing.
Is there any indicator as to what language he might understand? Is there anything that we might find on these beings on these cultists that have a writing of some kind in that type of language?
Check out the dagger. Maybe there's something on the dagger?
Yeah, you look at the dagger, and it just seems to be a regular ceremonial type of dagger.
Are there any runes carved in or anything?
There are not.
Are there any runes on anything? The masks, the robes,
Nope.
any type of scroll or cult-like book?
No.
All right, this might seem a little uncouth, but I'm gonna search the man's pockets.
Okay. So the issue with that is he's nude. So.
Oh. Well, that would have been a good thing to lead with, Justin.
All right. I want to take a cloak off of one of these cultists and kind of put it around him, just so he has some clothes. Because it is very cold out here.
I do apologize. I meant to say that when I described it, and then you said I want to go into his pockets, and I'm like, crap, he's nude.
I want to try to give him motions that everything's okay, he's safe now. Since we kind of figured he can't really understand us. Mm-hmm. So giving him the cloak, maybe giving him a ration.
So he is tied down. So giving him a ration wouldn't do much. Do you speak to him as you're doing this?
Yeah.
Okay. So he just kind of stares at you as you speak. When you stop speaking, he stops looking.
Okay. I'm going to keep his hands and stuff tied. But I'm going to untie him from the altar so he can actually sit up, but his hands aren't free to move around.
So tell me what you're doing again.
Don't untie him. Please don't untie him.
Oh yeah, I'm going to tie his hands together, but untie him from the altar.
Okay.
You want to tie his feet too, just to keep him from running away?
Yeah, I'm gonna the rope, because there's enough slack in the rope that I have that I'll kind of tie it around me like I did with y'all before, so he can't really just run.
Okay. So you kind of tie it around yourself, untie him from the altar, and as he feels the bindings loose, he charges at you. And he will slam right into your chest and begin attempting to headbutt you and attack you with his body.
Not to untie him.
Sure.
So, with a headbutt, does a 14 hit you?
No, it does not.
He goes to headbutt you as he runs toward you. You just kind of step to the side, and he falls to the ground, just making noises like.
I have manacles. I want to jump on his back and handcuff him behind.
Okay.
Ooh. Nice.
Okay. So you have his hands handcuffed. You see him just kind of with his feet kind of pushing himself away from you, trying to figure out some way to get his footing to step back up, as he seems like a ravenous animal right now.
Makarov, take the rope and tie his ankles together.
All right, I'll go do that.
Okay. As you go to tie his ankles, of course, he kicks at you.
While they're doing this, I'm going to try something.
Will not hit you.
I'm going to sit down for a moment and start casting Speak with Animals to see if maybe he only knows how to talk like an animal. Because he's grunting and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
how long does it take,
It
Rachel?
takes about 10 minutes.
Okay. So you get him tied up. Y'all kind of wait a few minutes, and you try to speak to him in animal, and nothing.
Okay.
He just kind of stares your way as he's kind of tied down and cannot move yet again.
Okay, can I do a knowledge religion? Because I feel like this guy is possibly possessed.
Yeah.
What I'm saying.
There he goes. 15.
Yeah. You have a pretty good idea he's possessed. Yeah.
Now, usually with so I'm rolling this. I'm trying to see if this type of possession is like something that wears off or if it's a permanent.
You're unsure.
Okay.
My character is not overly religious. I'm not clearly a paladin or a cleric like my two comrades over here. So I would like to ask them, does anyone know how to reverse this? Or does anyone have any holy water? Or any kind of blessed sacred artifact?
I do have a holy symbol. Okay, I'm going to hold up the holy symbol and see if that does anything to him.
Okay.
Kind of closer to him.
Yeah. As you do that, he kind of has this like grunting, like.
I want to take my dagger that was blessed in the cave, and I'm not going to cut him or anything. I want to put the flat part of the blade against his forehead and see what happens.
Okay. As you do that, he does let out another moan, and roll me a perception. Okay.
If it was an investigation, I'd have advantage, but no.
Yeah, you don't see anything.
What about insight? Would that tell me anything?
No, not in this situation.
Okay.
Alright, so we do have him restrained and kind of tied up, right?
Yeah, he's no longer on the altar. He would technically be like over here to the side, and y'all are like,
Okay.
well, Vinbin's probably over here.
Alright, so
Makarov and Anya, if you can give me some time, I can prepare a ceremony and make holy water. But it will.
Yes. Oh, you can make a lot of holy water. There's plenty of snow. You could probably make a lot of holy water.
Yes, I just need to.
How much time?
I will need at least 8 hours to rest in prayer to prepare the skill.
this might take too long. We're not very sheltered here.
Makarov, we have the bear skin. Why don't we build a tent out of the bear skin? Take the robes off the dead guys, put them on top of this human, and we just sit on him. We just sit on the human. He can't get up if we're both sitting on him.
The only issue is we don't know if there's going to be more cultists coming this way.
I mean, that's valid, but basically anywhere we go is going to be a risk. At any given moment, we could be accosted.
I just say we bring them with us until we get to a resting stop, and then Vinbin can work on some holy water.
How do we bring him with us? Do you plan on carrying him?
I don't see why not.
Vinny, how do you feel about it?
Well, I could. I do have the power to become a horse, and you could just toss him on my back, and we could...
Wait, hold on. This whole time you've been a horse and we've been walking?
Well,
Actually, you've been carrying him.
What
Vinbin.
the gods above have just told me. I've been carrying you.
Excuse me. We could have been out of this tundra knowing that you were a horse and you could travel faster even with us on your back.
well, the It never crossed my mind until
Santa
now.
boy. I guess we'll do this, and I'll handle you when we get to town.
Uh-oh. Would you like a candy?
Taking
No, I don't want a candy. I'm
money
mad.
out of your pockets for this. You owe us now.
I just don't know where we're going, though.
But I don't
Sal.
trust you now. You've been holding out. You've been keeping secret.
But you guys never asked.
Well, you never divulged.
Well, I mean, you
Never-
did turn into a dire wolf. Why didn't you just turn into a horse?
I'm not a dire wolf, my friend. A normal wolf. I don't have that kind of power yet.
Alright,
Either
I'm
way.
angry with you, Vinbin, but in his defense, wolves do have an undercoat that help keep them warm. A lot more than a horse would.
That's right.
But that's beside the point. You could have carried us this whole time. You are a tiny little shrimpy monster man, and I don't know if I ever want to talk to you again.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
All right. We're all in this together still. Let's turn into a horse, Vinbin, and we're going to throw this guy on your back, and we're going to keep heading south.
Now I can only keep this up but for so long.
Long enough.
I mean,
Cover a lot more ground.
if I become... It's a riding horse, and that's a large beast. Could I carry the three of them?
I wouldn't think you would be able to carry all three.
Probably two.
You could probably do two.
Makarov, to be honest, would probably be the heaviest.
Yeah.
So
Maybe Anya and the other guy, you know, just to pay back all the trips on Anya's back.
yeah. All right.
All right, so
So-
we're gonna Outlander this, and I'm gonna put him, the naked possessed man, in front of me. and
No,
I can
he's
take
he's
the bear
covered
pelt.
now.
He's wrapped up
Oh,
now.
Yeah.
Okay, we've actually dressed him. He's not
Yeah.
just draped in. Okay.
I would
Then
never
I'll-
let a naked man on my back.
Valid. Okay, in that case, I'll set him in front of me, and I'll take the bear pelt and wrap it around us both. Because even if he is possessed, he's still in a human body.
Okay. All right.
All right.
So,
Now my speed is 60 feet. If I
Well,
dash,
you're not running ahead. I'm going to be leading you south because I know where we're going, and you need to follow me.
and
Okay.
plus, Makarov's walking. All right.
But maybe at a brisk canter.
Yeah. So, y'all will begin walking, and this is where we're going to take a short break. Okay. What's up, guys? Welcome back. So the group has just killed a bunch of cultists, and they have rescued the guy they were looking to seemingly about to sacrifice. However, he will not speak. He is only like groaning, things like that. They have scolded Vinbin bitterly for not turning into a horse earlier and helping them, but they are now headed south trying to get out of this cold. So we are going to begin. So you guys get to walking and heading your way, and it is bitterly cold. It's feels like it's getting even colder by the day. The terrain is getting more rocky and mountainous. Y'all are finding yourselves kind of going up and going around large rocks and things like that. So y'all are just trying to traverse through this. There are large mountains beginning to come up that y'all are kind of going beside, and y'all are seeing all this kind of mountainous area and, of course, things like that. But y'all are taking a path, and y'all are trying to get south. Y'all kind of go up this mountain, and it's kind of tedious and hectic. Y'all are taking your time, but it is just not an enjoyable time. Y'all are stumbling, falling. If y'all are the epitome of a scraped knee. So y'all are just getting kind of banged up and tired, exhausted. The cold is whipping at you. The wind's whipping at you. It's just not a good time. As you guys come over this mountain, you do see something further down. And if you will look at your Roll20 map, from up top on this mountain, hold on. Let me scroll this over. Y'all see.
Okay.
This. So, of course, y'all don't see the giant banner in the front, but
Right.
y'all do kind of see this area further down below.
All right, so we're definitely going to be heading that way for shelter and kind of resting up.
Okay.
Oh, definitely.
All right. So y'all head down that way. There is only one entrance that y'all can see. As you begin to get closer, you do see someone standing up in the tower at the entrance. As he kind of readies a bow, you see him kind of knock an arrow, but not draw it back. And he goes, "Who are you?"
We're just travelers. We got lost in the snowy mountain terrain, and we're trying to find shelter.
And I yell, "We have a man with us. He's sick. We need a cleric or someone who is holy."
I don't know what to say. I can't. I'm a horse.
He kind of looks at y'all, and y'all can see he's kind of got this stern kind of way about him. And he says, "Come on in." The door is already opened.
Right.
So y'all kind of walk in, and he says, he kind of comes down. You see him climb down, and he goes, "Stay right here." And he kind of walks off in a pretty quick pace. You see him kind of walk off, and y'all are kind of looking around. Y'all do notice that the wind has kind of died down. It's not as bad. It feels a little calmer. Even the weather it doesn't seem to be attacking you currently. A few moments later, you see him walk up. Let me get this. And beside him is a female dwarf. And she kind of looks at you and she goes, "Oh, how you doing, dearies? Oh, come with me, come with me." Yeah. As she kind of walks off, and she leads y'all to this home right over here. She goes, "Please come in, dearie." As you're all kind of led into the house, and the house is warm, it's inviting, and she kind of sits y'all down. So I'm guessing y'all did bring...
Real quick. She's cool with letting a horse inside her house, right?
No, I would imagine she is not cool with that.
Okay.
We just tie him up to the post outside and leave him.
No!
Meant for not helping us sooner.
I mean, I'm just gonna say I can transform back, but now someone's gotta carry the dude.
I mean, we're in town. I don't think it's gonna take much to carry in between Makarov and Anya.
Okay, so I revert back to normal Vinbin.
Okay. As you kind of walk in, she goes, "Oh, who is this?" She did not see you change, and she still thinks you have a horse outside.
This
Is
is
it my
our
horse?
newest friend, Vinbin. He turned into the horse that you saw earlier.
Oh, all right. What is your names?
Well, my name is Vinbin.
I know who you are, dearie. They've already told me, but thank you for the introduction.
I am Makarov.
All right.
My name is Anya Cravaris, private detective.
All right.
Would you like a piece of candy?
Oh, no, thank you, dearie.
Probably a wise choice. They've been in his pocket for like a week.
Makes sense.
That you think
Oh,
of.
well,
Would-
my name is Atta. Atta Holderheck. I'm
Not a
the...
game. Can you spell that for me?
Yes. ATA. Atta. And then Holderheck. HOLDER. HEK. Holderheck.
All right, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm the doctor and the alchemist in this area. What seems to be the issue? Are you hurting? Do you need any help?
This man seems to be possessed by something.
I
We
think we're a
found
little
him-
frostbitten.
We found him out in the wilderness when we were traveling.
She kind of looks at him. Well, I don't know much about possession, dearies. I'm sorry. Is there anything I can do for you? Would you like a cup of tea? Something to drink? You look weary.
We'll say something to heal us would be nice.
A warm mug of chamomile tea would be beyond amazing.
Oh, absolutely, dearie.
Definitely
So,
something to eat and drink and maybe a room, because I am exhausted.
Of
It's
course.
cute that you think you deserve it, Vinbin.
I'll be right back. So she kind of waddles off, and she comes back. She's holding this pouch, almost like a large bag, and with the other hand, she's holding a tray with a couple little mugs of steaming liquid. As she puts it down, and as y'all kind of sip on this tea and everything, it is delicious, and it warms your body. And she just kind of patches you up, and she notices some of the spots, and for the first time in quite some time, you're finally able to just kind of sit back and breathe. You feel calm. There's no dire need to get anywhere. You're feeling relaxed. So where do you all hail from?
I'm from Three Kings, but really I'm kind of from all over.
All right.
I live in a small village in the cold lands.
Oh, all right. So a little further north than here.
And I'm from the Bright Realm.
Oh, you're from the Bright Realm, oh Lord. All right. Well, she kind of stands up and she goes, I'm going to go get my husband, all right? Now you just sit here, relax, drink your tea. Maybe my husband can find one of the men around the village to see if we can figure out what's going on with your friend.
Very much appreciated. Thank
We appreciate it.
You're very welcome. As she kind of goes off, she opens the door and closes it.
I whisper
Now.
to Vinny.
I was gonna say, do we regain any health from the drink? Or
Wait.
we got
Before you drink anything.
We've already drank something. Justin said so.
No, I haven't.
You didn't have a choice.
Well, if you don't want to, of course you don't have to.
Because I was going to cast
Then you can't be
detect.
suspicious. You're too gullible.
Am I?
Yeah, Vinny's made some pretty wise decisions, like where you place shelter around our dear friend here.
Vinbin's a little bit more wizard than he lets you guys on.
So there's no excuse for you not turning into a horse earlier.
Vinbin doesn't like to show all of his cards in his hand unless he
Aaron,
needs to.
Aine and Makarov are never letting this go.
There's a difference in book smarts and street smarts. I'm just saying.
So Vinbin is just going to cast Detect Poison and Disease as a spell because I need to do it really quick.
Okay.
And just to make sure we're eating and everything's up to par.
Okay. All right. So you're doing this as a ritual?
No, I'm actually casting it as a spell.
Okay.
So
Yeah. It is not poisoned or diseased.
do I detect any poison or disease around?
No.
Okay.
I want to roll for insight about the lady that we just encountered and make sure that she's sincere.
Hold on. Let me change that real quick. You do sense that there is poisonous things around.
Okay.
But she did say that she is an alchemist, and you feel like some of the herbs and things like that around in different little vials and stuff like that could be used for alchemy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I do want to clarify that.
All right. Yeah, because also, since I am proficient in herbalism kit, I would assume I would know that these things, that's what they're used for. So
Yes,
like, I'm not taken aback like, oh, they're going to kill us.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now what did you say, Anya?
I'm going to roll for insight to see if she was as sweet and sincere as she put herself out to be.
Of course.
All right, and that is with advantage to 16.
Yeah. You didn't get any body language or anything that would tell you different.
Okay, cool. Good deal.
Are y'all talking to one another, or we progressing forward?
Everything seems to be in the up and up, guys.
Vinbin, I really don't want to hear from you right now. After
Sam, you're
letting us
exhausted.
walk for so long in the snow, I would prefer if you just stay quiet.
Broken. This trust that you've broken is going to take decades, Vinbin. Full decades.
I'm so sorry.
No excuse.
Level of betrayal.
All right. That's great. Okay, we good? Or
Yeah.
I mean, I'm enjoying this, so
We can progress.
Okay.
Maybe just takes his drink.
Yeah. Takes one of his own lint candies. All right. So, y'all are kind of sitting there talking as y'all hear the door open, and you see Atta come in, and right behind her, you see a large, stocky dwarf walk in with this dark black beard. That's he's kind of dirty. He has like these leather trousers on, big leather boots. He's got it seems to be soot or coal, whatever it is, on his face and his arms, and he is big. As a dwarf, he's taller than your average dwarf.
Ooh.
And he's just a stocky guy. How are you doing?
We're fine now. Your wife, I'm assuming your wife is. She said she was going to get a husband. So
Yeah,
is your wife-
that's Atta. Yeah.
She said we're fine. Your wife has done a lovely job of taking care of us.
Wonderful. I'm glad.
We're very grateful.
Yes, of course. So, there seems to be an issue with your friend on the floor there.
Yeah.
Yes.
His eyes are all black. He tries to attack anything like a wild animal. He was actually, now that we're talking about it, there were these 5 culty looking guys. They were trying to, stab him, and they were drinking out of this chalice, and we put a stop to it, but this guy's not all there right now.
Alright. He kind of, looks at you guys and looks down. My name's Torkham. It's a pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to have you in my home. I'm going to take him with me, if that's okay.
It's fine, man.
And I'm going to try to find some of the men, maybe take them to one of the elders, and see what they can do.
Thank you for your help.
We would appreciate it.
And if we could possibly have a
Vinbin
room to stay.
Said I did not want to hear you talk.
But Vinbin does pose a point. You and I both also need a place to stay.
Is there an inn or something we can get a bed at here?
Unfortunately, there is no inn. However, my wife says that y'all look pretty beaten and worn down. You can stay in my home for a few days, get some rest if you want. We have 2 guest rooms.
Well, thank you. Your hospitality has really done a number on my emotions. I'm so sorry. And Anya starts to tear up a little bit. Thank you so much for your kindness. We do not deserve it, especially since you don't even know us.
Well,
I know it's not much, but I'm going to hand him 10 gold and just tell him thank you for letting us stay.
He takes it, he puts it in his pocket, and he goes, "Thank you, I appreciate the gold. Sincerely, we don't need it. We want to help anyone we can here."
And I walk up to him, and I put 5 pieces of candies in his hand.
Okay, he kind of looks at the candy, and he kind of looks up and looks at you, and he's like, and he sticks it in his pocket as well.
Your mouth. Don't eat that.
I made it myself.
And then go
Very
to
delicious.
And
he kind of points y'all toward the 2 rooms. He goes, "You can look around the town, or you can go ahead and get some rest now. You're not going to find much here, I don't think. But most of the people, they're good people. So you're more than welcome here."
I'm going to go ahead and show Vinbin to the room and put him in there.
He's going to grab me up by the back of the neck and just whoop, my little feet dangling.
You see him kind of walk over to the guy laying on the floor as he begins to uncover the man from his bear cloak, as he notices that the man is naked, and quickly covers him back up. And he goes, "I'm going to take the cloak with him." And he kind of grabs him with one hand and picks him up and just puts him on his shoulder and goes walking out the door. Ada then comes up to you and she goes, "There are your rooms. If you need anything, dearies, just let me know, all right? By the way, I have to tell you, we have 3 little ones. So if you see any running around, don't worry about them. They're mine."
Is there any shops in this town?
Well, my husband does own the only blacksmith shop. He'll be out back, most likely. We got a trapper. He's kind of a huntsman a little bit. And of course I'm an alchemist. You may be able to find different people with doing different things, but this isn't a large place, dearie, so...
Versed are you in the way of poisons, Edda?
Oh, I know a little bit about it, but not a whole lot. I dabble more in, healing and things that are good-natured.
That also works.
She's got a lot of poisons in here. I've seen them.
Oh, yes, I do have poisons. I just don't know much about it, dearie.
Well, do you have anything that I could possibly tip my arrows in? I'm a bit of an archer, see, and if we come up against anyone like those cultists that hurt our companion, or worse, I would like a little bit of extra protection, if you will.
Well, this is what I'll do, dearie. I'll go in the shop, and I'll try to figure something out. I have nothing on me right now, as far as poisons. But if I can figure something out, I'll try to get something to you, dearie.
That is so kind. Thank you so much. And about potions, such as healing potions in particular, how much do they go for around here?
Well, I'll be honest with you. They cost a little bit extra. It's hard to find the blood leaf to make the potions. It's even harder to find it up north, as I'm sure your silver dragon friend would know. In the frozen tundra, not a lot of blood leaf. So for a cure light, you're looking at about 125 gold.
Oh.
So that's going to run you about 25 extra gold.
Yeah. I'm gonna hold off and hope our dear Vinny doesn't hate us too much for
What time of
fussing at
day
him.
is?
Huh?
What time of day is it right now in the game?
Yeah.
You're probably looking at about 5 o'clock. So
Okay.
it's starting to probably get a little darker.
All right. I'm actually going to go around town, asking some villagers, see if they have any like small work that they need help with that just make a little extra gold to kind of get us going.
You really
Okay.
want that armor.
So are y'all all three walking out?
I am actually gonna take a long rest because I haven't rested since I haven't taken a long rest since we've fallen into the water.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a while for me.
Okay. So you're going to start taking your long rest now. So you're sleeping.
Yeah.
You said, okay. So
I'll go with Makarov.
okay. As you two, you kind of walk to the back Vinbin to get some rest. You do notice that there is a kind of little room that's kind of curtained off, and it's got this tub, and it's full of water. And the water actually has some steam coming off of it. So if you would like to bathe, you can bathe.
Definitely.
So you're going to kind of bathe first, and then you'll hop in the bed and all that good stuff. Anyways, so with that being said, Anya and Makarov, as you walk out the door, you see a small little female dwarf kind of buzz by you as then you see a little boy dwarf run by you as well. And then you see another little female dwarf as she goes to reach out to tag the little boy. He kind of darts to the side and she stumbles and falls onto the ground. And he goes, "No wonder your name is Missness, because you can't get me. You miss at everything." And kind of points and laughs at her as she goes, "I'm going to get you." And she kind of stands up, and they go running off again.
I want to yell after, "You get him!" You know,
So-
in character voice, though. That was...
Yeah. All right. let's see what we got. I heard a bloop.
Oh yeah, I was typing in this. I was gonna put this spell in real quick.
Okay. So where are you guys going?
I kind of want to go because we're right here, right? Like
You are, yes.
Okay, so we came out here. Probably go down towards this like barn-looking area.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a good idea.
See if I can spot anybody down here.
Of course. Okay. Okay. So yeah, you get down there, and you don't notice anyone outside. You do hear kind of the snorting of some pigs as you see some pigs in the gate. You hear some goats and just some different animal noises coming from the barn behind the house. It kind of smells a bit like a barn, or and like a manure and mud and all that good smelling stuff. And but you do not see anyone outside.
All right, I'm gonna go up and knock on the door.
Okay. As you knock on the door, you kind of hear large footfalls as the door opens and stands before you a pretty large Goliath male.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Me and my companion here, we are looking for some work. We're not asking for much. If there's any gear you could supply us with for some labor or small amount of gold, we would.
Or if you have a mystery that needs to be solved, I'm your girl.
Or anything of that nature.
Well, I think there's always work to be done around the farm. If you don't mind hard labor.
Don't mind at all. Just looking to get some gear for our travels or a little bit of gold to help us on our way.
Well, the backside of the pen is starting to get a little broken. If you can fix the fence back there for me, I'll give you 20 gold apiece.
I think that's more than fair. What do you think, Makarov?
Sounds fine to me.
Do you have the wood, or do we need to cut it ourselves?
Yes, it's already back there, actually. All the tools should be back there.
Well, we appreciate that. We'll go and do that for you right now, then.
Wonderful.
So get that done before dark.
Yeah. So he kind of shuts the door, and y'all go back there. And you can tell the backing of this fence is pretty old, and y'all kind of start tearing it down, and both of you roll me a strength.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Good job, Makarov.
That's a nat 20. You're slanging some wood around.
Funny. Oh,
Oh, nice.
Really good.
18, good. Okay. So, y'all get to work. Y'all are hammering and putting up a fence. And really, to y'all, it doesn't even feel like a job that's worth 20 gold. Y'all get the posts pulled out pretty easy. Y'all figured that would be kind of difficult. And they were in the ground pretty good. But because of those rolls, y'all get them out. Maybe it's just having the feeling of being rejuvenated somewhere that's not just blistering cold. That's just feels like you don't feel like you're being attacked. It's just a breath of fresh air. So to do something like this, something so simple, it feels good. So y'all get that done in, I'll say, about an hour.
All right, go back to the house, knock on the door.
Okay. You kind of hear footfalls yet again, and opening the door is a different Goliath. She is shorter. She has younger features. And she's got this long braid going down her back.
Excuse me, ma'am.
What?
Is your father home?
He's busy right now.
Can we speak to him, please?
You need me to go get him?
Yes, that would be helpful.
I think he's busy.
I'll give you 5 gold if you go get him.
I don't think he's that busy, though. And she kind of turns around and walks off. And she gets her father, and she comes back with her father. Are you all finished?
Yes, we have finished the work, sir.
Wonderful. He pulls out a pouch and gives you each 20 gold. Thank you so much for the help. I appreciate it.
No problem. Is there anything else you need help with?
Well, I can't think of anything right now. Quick question.
Yes.
Who are you?
Oh,
And
sorry.
where did you come from?
I am Makarov. Come from the snowlands up north.
My name is Aine Cravaris. Lovely to meet you. And what's your name?
My name, let me get this right. My name is Mozatalk. This is my lovely daughter, Mokailata.
I don't know why I would want to think of mocha lattes.
I didn't even think about that. That's funny.
Well, we appreciate the gold, and I hope we did a fairly decent job on the fence that you needed repaired.
Where are you staying currently?
We're staying at the alchemist's home.
My name's Etta.
Oh, yes. Atta and Torkum.
Yes.
All right. Well, if I need you, then I can come meet you there.
We should be available for the next few days.
Wonderful.
We appreciate it.
He kind of looks at Mokalata. That's funny. And he goes, come on. And she goes, just 1 minute. And he kind of walks off.
And then we walk off.
As you walk off, she goes, I'll get you. And she shuts the door.
All right, so that only took an hour to do. So it's like 6 o'clock now, right?
Yep.
All right. I want to actually part ways with Makarov unless you want to come with me. Is there a tavern in town?
You don't see any type of taverns.
Oh.
Pretty much just a very small, like just a little community, basically, right?
Right, but even our small towns have sports bars.
Yep.
All right. So I noticed there's like this gap in between behind the bar that sections off another house back here.
Mm-hmm.
Like a well?
Like, can we tell if is there a reason why it's behind an extra wall?
You can't tell why. You do get the idea. You're not sure, but the house is nicer than all the others. So you're guessing this is one of the more predominant members of this community.
All right.
Maybe the mayor?
Anya, would you go with me to talk to whoever lives in this house? I assume he might have a bigger say-so in this village, and he might have more work for us.
Absolutely. Let's go.
Okay.
We'll go down there and knock on the door.
All right. So, as you knock, let me go ahead and flip my pages here. You notice, opens the door, and there is this, very fair-skinned, female human, She is dressed well. Hello?
Hello, I am Makarov. This is my companion Anya. We're just looking to see if there's any work that could be done around the town, or...
Oh, I'm not sure. I would have to ask my father or my husband. You could probably find my husband in the watchtower.
And your father?
Oh, he's in the back, but to be honest, he's kind of busy. He's the lord of the town.
Ah, okay.
So, like a mayor, if you will?
Yes, I suppose.
Understood.
Is there a better time that we could come back and talk with him?
Maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow may be a good day.
Alright. We will go visit your husband then.
Before we go, I want to roll for insight, because, I don't know, she seems a little bit guarded to me.
Okay. Let's see that inside.
With advantage, because of my race.
Oh, 24.
You feel like she's maybe hiding something.
Right. So, before we go, is there anything that we could help you with? Free of charge, of course. First time's free, as they say.
And
I just want to, like, nudge Makarov just to let him know that she's fishy.
Yeah. No, I can't quite think of anything. I'm just, I'm cooking dinner now with my daughter.
Your daughter, you say?
Yes.
Now, how old is this woman that we're speaking to?
She looks to be, in her mid-30s.
Okay, so she's not that old, but she's not, like, a child at all.
Right, yeah.
Okay. You have a daughter?
I do.
Oh, that's so nice. How old?
She kind of looks at you for a second before answering. She's 17.
Oh, that's... You know, teenagers are such a hassle sometimes. I remember when I was being raised by my father, I was such a handful at that age.
Well,
that's so nice to see such a loving mother-daughter companionship.
Oh yeah, she's perfect. She never had issues like you.
Well, I wouldn't call them issues. Being allowed to, I don't know, be raised out with an actual social life instead of holed up in mansion walls, which is just basically a gilded cage, wouldn't you say?
Oh no, this is a wonderful community.
We did just arrive here. We don't really know.
Well, I mean, that... I will give you that, Makarov. However, I never said that I had problems.
Oh no.
And I don't take well to being insulted.
Oh no.
I believe we should part our ways.
Speak to her husband. Don't
yes, we'll go talk to him.
Oh yes. Go speak to him. Have a wonderful day.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, of course. And she shuts the door.
This is why I don't have friends, Makarov. People suck.
I know you feel offended by her, but we do need to keep a good reputation for now.
Her existence does not offend me. I'm perfectly fine with the fact that she exists. Her smart mouth is what offends me.
We need to have a decent reputation for now. So
well, I think she needs to uphold a decent reputation, considering she's the lord of the town's daughter.
Let's go see how her husband is, at least.
I need a drink.
All right. So that's great. Okay. Okay. I was just reading that up. All right. So you guys walk to the guard tower where the man was before, and you see him kind of working to the side and sitting some like practice
grubby
summonings.
man.
So yeah.
Okay.
And he kind of hears you walking from behind, and he turns. Hello?
Excuse me, you're the Lord's son-in-law, I believe?
I am.
We were just down there to see if he had any work that needed to be done. Couldn't get a hold of him, so I was going to ask.
And your absolutely lovely wife directed us towards you.
Want to correct something. He's his son. So I wanted to correct that.
Okay, so that's not her. That's not her father. It's her father-in-law.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Is there anything that you need?
The only thing we would ask for is maybe some gear, some gold. Just something to help us for our travels when we depart from here later.
Even some bread and cheese for rations. Something as basic as just necessities.
We can give you some necessities, I'm sure. It will cost a little gold, of course.
Well, we were going to see if there's any labor we could do for you.
In exchange.
To pay for that.
Well, I will say this. There's not a lot that I can give you, but I'm sure there are people around town that have... We kind of work off one another. So, if I need something forged, I go to the blacksmith. That's his station. That's his job. Maybe I can do something for him in return. Give him something in return. Help him with something that he needs done. A lot of time it's trading or laboring for something that we need here. We don't do a whole lot with gold, though sometimes we do use it. But we try to use this community to work together and to try to grow. So these walls have been put up by our own hands.
So y'all are very confined to the outside world.
Yes.
No trading coming and going through.
Very, very little. We do some trading, but a lot of people don't come out this way. We get some trading from Razkai, and but we try to be as minimal as possible. We grow our own harvest, our own iced grain, our own everything. Our proteins come from the farms. Everything from hunting. We have hunters and gatherers. That's how we survive here.
All right. Well, I guess we'll go ask around a little bit more then.
Wonderful. And he kind of turns around and promptly begins to... He doesn't seem really... He may seem a little rude, but y'all kind of get the feeling that it's not intentional. He's
Kinda
busy. Yeah, and just trying to... he's kind of short, but not in a nasty, hateful way. In a, I'm busy, kind of, let me be.
All right. And that was up here towards the this guard tower?
Yes.
Okay. I guess Anya, do you want to go down to this house right below and see if they need anything?
We might as well.
All right. We're going to head down to the house right below the guard tower.
Okay.
Were you proud, Makarov? I kept my mouth shut that time.
As you get down there, you notice the house is not taken care of very well. The well beside the house is kind of torn apart, and you can tell where the roof has caved in, and instead of fixing it, they just kind of took the roof and laid it on top of it so nothing goes in the well. There's little wooden toys and things like that laying about, all in the grass and everything. Just and as you walk toward the door, you just hear the voices of children and everything like that.
Please don't tell me this is an orphanage. Oh no.
I knock on the door.
All right. As you knock on the door, you hear a voice from the back. Go get it! And you see the door kind of open up to this woman who kind of looks up at you with her head kind of down. Hello?
Yes, is the owner of this house available?
My husband, Burlow, he's busy right now.
Perhaps we could talk to you then.
I don't think that's a good idea. We don't know you.
Well, I am Makarov, and this is my companion, Aine.
Lovely to meet you.
We're just adventurers. We kind of stumbled across the town trying to get out of the tundra.
As you say that, all of a sudden you hear, Cicilline! Who is it? It's no one, dear. It's just some newcomers to the village. Send them away! I have to go. And she kind of begins to shut the door.
Can we talk to you in private at any time?
I don't have time. And she shuts the door.
I have a feeling we'll be back to this house.
Same. This woman is not in a good situation.
Alright, looking at the well, is there like scattered wood that I could like makeshift fixing the roof for them?
It's a possibility.
Makarov, I wouldn't attempt that. I've seen a lot of couples during my investigations, and some of them are abusive. If we do anything of any level of kindness, the one being abused might be blamed for it. For some reason, it's just, unfortunately, the mentality of an abuser. They will find any excuse to continue to abuse their victim.
Well, I guess we'll go for now and look elsewhere.
Okay. As you turn around, you look down and you see a dirty-faced little boy.
Hello.
Hi there.
Hi, how are you?
I'm okay.
That's good.
What's
My
your
name is Anya. Yes.
Oh, my name's True. Hi, I'm True.
It's such a good name.
Thank you.
How old are you, True?
I'm 10.
Aw, perfect age.
Yeah.
Do you live in this house?
Yeah, this is my house.
Do you live here with any other kids around your age?
Oh, yeah. All of my brothers and sisters.
How many do you have?
Well, there's Tara. She's the oldest, and she's really bossy. There's Jocelyn. She's the second oldest. She is also very bossy. Then there's Darge. Darge is pretty cool. And Brent, they're twins. Darge and Brent, they're twins. They're cool, but they're kind of bossy. And then there's me. I was after Darge and Brent.
Are you bossy?
I am not bossy. Then there's Sansa, and I'll be honest, she's younger than me, but she's very bossy. And then there's Fander, and Fander, he's young. And even though he's young, you wouldn't think it. But guess what? He's
bossy?
he's very bossy. So what are you doing here? I haven't seen you here ever.
We were just passing by.
Oh, are you staying here? Are you building a house? Is it going to be a big house or a small house?
Well, we're not
I've
building
never
a house.
seen someone like you before.
We're just staying for a couple days.
Just a couple days.
We
Come
have a
on.
friend who's sick. We had to stop him.
Is
so
he gonna
that
die?
Probably not.
Oh.
But, I mean, worst case scenario, he might.
We have a graveyard if he dies.
Well, it's good to know that you've got a contingency plan.
Yeah. It's good to have graveyards so you can put dead people's bodies.
How often
when they
do
die.
How often do y'all put dead people in the graves?
Not too much. Not too many people die. But I think the mayor, he's gonna die soon. Dad keeps saying, I think he's gonna die soon. Old senile man. I don't know what that means.
Well, thank you for your time.
You're welcome. Do you want to play?
What kind of game are you suggesting?
We can play a game. Find Darge and Brent. I can't find them, and I want to find them, so I can play.
But we'll play with you if you answer a few questions.
You can answer every question.
Well, I'm sure you seem very smart.
I am smart.
Do you live here with your mummy and daddy?
I do.
And is your dad mean?
I mean, sometimes he's mean. Yeah, he's pretty mean.
Your mum, she seems very sad.
Yeah, Mommy is sad.
Would Mommy be happier if Dad weren't around?
Probably. Sometimes Daddy drinks, and then he's really mean to us.
I see.
Where does he get these drinks from?
He kind of turns and he points to the house in the center, and he goes, right over there.
Okay.
And when Dad doesn't drink, is he nicer?
Not really.
Oh, alright. So he's just mean all the time.
He's just grouchy. That's all it is. Sometimes people are grouchy, and that's okay. If they're grouchy.
We have a friend who made us pretty grouchy earlier, but we don't hurt our friends that make us grouchy.
Do we?
No. Shh. Makarov, be quiet.
Oh. Well, I didn't know that. I just figured when someone makes you grouchy, you ball up your fist and hit them.
That's not okay.
No.
Oh.
The only time you should ever hurt anyone is if they are hurting you first. If your life is in danger, then it's okay to protect yourself. But you should never, ever hurt anyone in anger.
Oh.
Or at all, if you can help it.
Wait. I'm sorry. What?
I hate Justin.
You had to get that one in there.
I quit. And that was the end of Anya. Good night, everybody.
Wait.
At that point, after he says that, I'm like, here, take this great axe. Go kill your father.
Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I just thought that's what you did.
No. So if you've ever hurt anyone because you've been grouchy, you should tell them you're sorry and you should never do it again.
Okay.
Either
I can
way,
do that.
we should part our ways for now, but we do plan on coming back to visit you.
But I thought you was going to help me find Darge and Brent.
Why don't you come with us? We're going to go to that house where Daddy gets his alcohol. We might find Darge and Brent along the way.
Okay.
All right.
He kind of, as he's walking along, y'all see this, like, little ball laying on the ground, and he picks it up, and he looks up at you, Makarov. You want to see me throw it?
Sure.
I bet I can throw it farther than you. I am, like, the best at throwing balls. And he kind of takes it, and he kind of throws it, and it goes a little distance and kind of hits the ground. He goes, do you think you can throw it further than that?
Sure, let
Yeah.
me show you.
Okay.
Gonna grab it,
Mm-hmm.
And as I throw it, I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast to shoot it like really far.
So the ball just goes and kind of blasts off. He goes, "Holy crap!" That was my only ball.
I'll buy you a new one.
Where?
Little you one out of wood. Won't you, Makarov?
We will, if we have to, we'll make you one. Yes.
No way. You ruined this. You fix it.
Don't worry about it. That was Brent's ball. Anyways, yeah. So y'all continue. Y'all continue walking, and y'all get to the door.
All right. Knock on the door.
You hear the little boy go, "Broden! Broden! Mr. Broden! His name's Broden." He kind of pauses for a second, and you see the door open. "Yes, what? Oh, and you see a dwarf. Hello.
Hello. I am Makarov. This is my companion Anya. We just came into town recently. We're looking for some work, but we're also looking for this little fellow's brothers.
Ah, Britt and Darge.
Yes.
I'm sure they're around playing somewhere."
Well, how about this? I will take this little one and we will go search for Brent and Dodge while you have a lovely chat, Makarov, and I will just take him away in search of his brothers.
That works for me.
Okay.
Is there any work around town that we could help you with? We're not looking for much gold or anything like that. Just some resources, a little bit of gold that will get us to our destination, or at least help us.
Well, we have been needing some extra meat. Usually I send out Richter at the night to capture hare, snow hare. So if you would like to go out with Richter tonight, I could let him know. And if for every hare that you bring back, I could give you 5 gold.
I can probably do that. I also have a couple of pieces of Yeti meat. Would that be something you're interested in?
He kind of points over to the house with the Goliaths, and he goes, "You can speak to Mo and Za. They're butchers, so I'm sure they can take that meat."
All right, we'll probably do that then. What time do I need to be back here tonight for the hunt?
Midnight?
Fair enough. I will see you then.
See you then.
Guess from there, where did Anya go off to?
Search for Darge and Brent. Is that their name?
Mm-hmm. So
I'm around the building still.
Yeah. So you're kind of walking around as you see two little boys kind of over here in the woods, kind of staring at the house.
Okay.
I wonder where Darge and Brent are.
Why don't you look that way.
And I point him toward.
He kind of looks. He goes, "That's them!" And he takes off running toward them. And like as he gets about 20 feet, you see him stop in his tracks. And then you see him get on his tippy toes and slowly walk up. And then as he gets about 5 feet away from them, he jumps and lets out this, and you see them almost jump out of their skin as they kind of look at him and they start like talking to him. And then they run off as he goes chasing them, and all you can hear him saying is, "Come back! I just want to play!"
I'm just gonna go find Makarov. I feel like he's pretty safe. He's content.
Alright. So you go back around, and you see the door kind of shut as Makarov kind of turns around.
Well, he found his brothers.
Well, that's good. I did find us a job we could probably do. He's planning on hunting hares tonight.
All right.
He's giving 5 gold apiece for each one we kill and bring back.
You know, Vinbin did want to take a long rest. Never mind. I think you and I can handle it.
Well,
So we don't bother him.
by the time it becomes nighttime, I'll surely 8 hours have passed.
We got here at 5. Midnight's only 7 hours.
You know, it's close.
He's really missing out. Either way.
Close.
All right,
You'd,
so
you'd
there's
feel pretty rested.
only 2 more places we haven't really been to, and that's the 2 top houses, right?
Yes. Now, I will say this. It is beginning to get dark as you've done a lot of walking around and everything. It is starting to get a little dark. And technically, actually, yeah, it's just the 2 top houses. You probably feel like it would probably be better to come back tomorrow, because getting this late, it may seem a little invasive.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and head back to the herbalist's house.
Okay. You kind of head back that way, and you walk in, and it's just this fresh smell of cinnamon and apple.
Hi.
Yeah, and she kind of comes waddling back through. How you doing, dearies?
We're doing good. How are you?
Oh, I'm wonderful. Did you get some work? I see you're a little dirty.
Yeah, we found a couple of things to do.
Oh,
Help
wonderful.
repair a fence. That was a good time.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad to see that you're fitting in the community. Well,
Listen, Ada, I need to talk to you if it's all right. Maybe just the 2 of us.
of course.
Okay.
Makarov, you'll be staying with your friend Vinbin.
Good luck.
What?
Yes, there's 2 guest room, and you can't stay in the room with the lady. It's indecent.
Can I put Vinbin outside in the hallway?
Oh, you're hilarious, dearie. And she kind of puts her hand on your shoulder and kind of leads you into the kitchen toward the smell of delicious baked goods.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go up to the room. I have a sack on me. I'm gonna pull it out and tie it over Vinbin's head. All right, I guess I'm gonna go up and rest for a little bit because I know I have to go back out midnight.
Okay. So there is actually you see like the bed which Vinbin is taking up currently, sleeping very comfortably, and then you see this almost like a pull-out kind of bed that you feel like she put down just for you, Makarov, trying to be convenient. And you do look over at the side and you see a bath that is conveniently warm, and it is clean. So,
All right, I'll take a bath. I'm not going to go to sleep though because I gotta go hunting.
okay. So you just kind of lay down to relax as you, Anya, y'all are in the kitchen now. What did you need, dearie?
We walked around looking for work for a little while, and
Of course.
we came across a home, and I don't feel right about it. And a lot of people have called me a busybody, nosy Nelly, if you will. It's kind of the drawback of being a detective, of someone who makes their living sticking their nose where it doesn't quite belong. But there were, I believe, 7 children and a husband and wife, and this wife seemed haggard and afraid. And Etta, I don't know that I can leave this town knowing that this woman is under the grip of someone that's so hateful.
You're talking about the Tiggertrace, dear. Barlow is not a very good man. I don't know much about him. Sometimes Sicilin comes to me with some of her injuries. I don't know what to say, dear. Not all people are good and kind.
I know that. I know that they're bad people. I've had to defend myself more than once against bad people. But if I sit by and do nothing, then I'm just as guilty.
Well, if you want to give some investigating, I understand. But be careful, dear. Barlow is not a kind man. And he won't react well to invading the family's privacy.
Well, I'm not reacting well to him hurting a fellow living being.
Absolutely. Understood, dear. Your secret is safe with me.
Thanks, Eda.
Absolutely, dear.
I appreciate your discretion.
Now, it seems like you're a little down with this information. And she kind of reaches down in this stone oven and she pulls out a delicious pie. Would you like some pie, dear?
You know, Eda, after the 2 weeks that I've been having, some apple pie sounds like the best cure.
So y'all eat some apple pie and y'all just kind of sip on some tea. She's one of the sweetest women you have ever spoken with. And she leads you to your room and she lets you know that she has you a bath prepared, and she basically puts these chemicals that she created that warms water. So some herbalism stuff and all that good jazz. And she says she wishes you a good night, and she leaves.
Thank you, Eda. I'll see you in the morning.
Of course. So as you guys are kind of relaxing, are you going to sleep, Anya?
I think I'm just gonna. Well, what time is it by the time I get to my room?
It is probably 8.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, all I gotta do is take 4-hour meditation, so yeah.
Okay, so you begin resting, and as it's dark outside, just with the window that you guys have in your room. Makarov, you're still awake, just kind of relaxing. Vinbin is like on the bed, like.
You even sleep like a toddler. Look at you.
Yeah. Like candy.
Let the candy in his mouth.
Yeah.
Hanging out of it.
Let me get to this. Okay. All of a sudden, because basically the guest rooms are upstairs, it's almost like an attic type area that's kind of separated off into different rooms. And you hear a loud bang just drop onto the roof. and you hear these. It's almost like the sound of hooves on top of the roof.
Santa?
As all of a sudden you hear this blood-curdling screech, and just this like loud, kind of just clomping of hooved feet on the roof, and just letting out this snarling sound.
Jump out of bed, and I'm gonna run to Vinny and Makarov's room and knock on the door.
Of course, I'm awake, so I jumped up and opened the door.
And Vinbin, it was loud enough to wake you from your slumber.
Oh, jeez.
What was that?
Especially the screech.
Now, did I get a long enough rest to recharge everything?
No.
Crap.
Alright, I guess we're going to run outside to see what that was.
Okay. As you guys run outside and you peer up to look to see what's on top of this roof, you have just enough time to see this creature flutter its large bat-like wings as it begins to fly away. It has this horse-like goat head and like cloven feet.
Jersey Devil
wings as it flies off into the darkness.
Wait, I must know. Do I see its eyes, and are they red?
They are.
What is going
Aaron, look
on?
what we've done.
And as you look up, you see on the roof one of the goats from the farm, as it is laid out, dead. Its throat is slit. There is blood running down the roof. And that is where we end.
Oh my god. What the crap?
Yeah, what?
Love the Crime and Theory throw in right there.
Yeah,
That was cool.
I appreciate that. So, guys, we appreciate you tuning in. I think this was a little bit of an extra long episode, but I really wanted to get to that point, so I thought it was well worth the little bit of extra time. So, we appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you so much. We hope you tune in not next week, but the week after to continue this series, this campaign in Dawnshire. You'll get to figure out exactly what is going on in this town. So, is there anything you guys want to say before we skedoodle?
Check out our Crime and Theory on Teespring. Are we talking about our merch on
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
Yeah.
check out our Crit Keepers merch also on Teespring. Just go to Teespring, find a little search bar, type in Crit Keepers, and order a shirt or a mug or something, show your love. Send your photos in to our Crit Keepers Instagram, and we will feature you. You'll live there in infamy, or if you do the same with Crime and Theory, same. You'll live on our page in infamy. It's going to be a good time.
So, if you do like cryptids and things like that, you can check out Aaron and Ashleigh's wonderful podcast.
Thanks.
Crime and Theory. It's wonderful. If you like to feel better about your own gaming, you can check out my gaming channel on YouTube. I'm called Really Bad Gamer because I'm really bad and it makes me cry. And Jason's not special, so
No.
he's got some stuff going on.
Yeah.
We just can't speak about it right now.
I will
It's
say,
super
just keep
top
a
secret.
lookout for more content on Crit Keeper's channel. We will be launching more series on there, not just playing D&D, but helpful tips for D&D 101, possibly DMing 101, and many more things.
Just a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Pertaining
So-
to this wonderful world we're playing in, thanks to Justin.
It's Dawnshire. Anyways, we hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, a ding a dong. and we will check you guys out later. Peace.
Boy.
All right.
All right.